Hi there. I want to get into a very important subject this morning. I have been designing, and in some of my previous videos, I have been designing 5,000 by 5,000 inside Canva Pro for my Etsy images that are in my commercial clip art packs. Okay, so which is fine because I have been over delivering the size and the quality of the images that I have in my clip art packs. However, recently it came to my attention that some of my files would not upload back into Canva from some of the packs. So it was an easy fix for me. I went back in, and now in all of my clip art folders that my buyers can access, I have also put in a 300 dpi image that is smaller, that the file size is small enough to go and be uploaded back in for designing onto Canva Pro. Unfortunately, Canva Pro still has a upload limit of 25 megabytes. So it means that all of your images that you purchase will have to be 25 megabytes or under in order to upload back into Canva without you having to downsize it yourself. It's not that it can't be done, it's just a hassle that I'm sure that most people that purchase our clip art, if you're doing clip art, probably don't want to go through. So what I will probably be doing in the future is I'm going to be doing this. I made some amendments to the way I do my process, and I played with it enough to try to give you a place to start. Now, I'm not going to say this is an end-all video. You may want to do some research on your own to find out the best way to do this. You may prefer to do it differently. A lot of people do use tools outside of Canva Pro to do their upscaling after they've done their images, and that's perfectly fine. I have Photoshop and I can do the same thing. What I was trying to do was find a solution for those of you that are trying to limit the number of programs that you have to purchase or platform subscriptions that you have to subscribe to, and save money and save time in steps. But I know that a lot of you use different techniques, and so this is predominantly going to be for those who have been sort of following my channel and following my techniques and how my technique is changing now, because I don't want any of you to run into those issues as well. Okay, so the problem, first off, let me state, is again that the file size needs to be 25 megabytes or under for your end user, your buyer, to actually upload it back to Canva. And you've probably done the same thing. You've probably run into an image that was too big and you couldn't upload it back in when you wanted to deal with it. I've actually done that, and it just didn't register that, gee, this is a problem, because if I can't do it, they can't do it. So call me crazy. But anyway, now that we know, we're going to fix that issue. And fortunately for me, it wasn't an issue as far as my buyers. My buyers, there was no problem with that part of it. So I think a lot of the people that purchase my clip art don't necessarily use Canva to design in. So, and they may be using it for their personal uses. Sorry about that. My dogs went ballistic and I had to kind of stop and get them under control. Okay, so anyway, back to what we were discussing. So that's our problem, and the way that I went through to try to fix it was to find a size that I can originally. I gave up on trying to do. Normally, I do design in 5,000 by 5,000, and there's just not an option to get a lower file size, even with using the compress. So can't do that. That didn't work. If you design in 5,000 by 5,000, like I was doing, your file is going to actually, to get it at 300 DPI without having to do anything else, you're going to have to drag your bar all the way over to the right, and that's going to give you somewhere over 15,000 by 15,000 pixels. And that is not going to work because the file size is going to be so huge. So I started backtracking because really, in reality, even though we are designing in, let's say, 2500 by 2500, which is where I ended up at, we're designing in 2500 by 2500 pixels. Okay, so, but when we're actually downloading our image, it's going to be at a higher size because we're downloading a bigger size. So we're really not getting only a 2500 by 2500. So there's plenty of room for people to do bigger projects. So that's where we are in a nutshell. This is one of my new packs. I don't even have it listed online yet. And this is 2500 by 2500 pixels is the size of my working space. Now, to show you how you're going to do this, you're going to go over to download just like you normally would. Okay. And as you see, I drug the slider all the way over to 3.125. And so that's like 3.125 times as big. So basically, we're going to be downloading 7813 by 7813 pixels. You will want to make sure that you make it transparent and that you click this that says compress file lower quality. I was thrown by that because of the lower quality. However, when I did my printouts, I still get really good quality using this compression because most of the time you're not going to be blowing it up super big. It's going to be a much smaller image when you're doing cards and printables and things like that. Now, I know if you're designing like t-shirt designs and stuff like that, you're probably going to want to still stay with the larger to get your proper amount of DPI out of this, or either use an upscale program outside of Canva Pro. But that's because the image has to be blown up bigger. Also, with wall art, one of the things that I think is a differentiation between wall art and your clip art is you're going to select PDF to print for your wall art, and you're also going to do a JPEG file. And the JPEG files are just smaller than PNGs anyway. But that's the difference. So you probably won't have this problem, even though you're designing much larger images for your wall art. So, but this is predominantly for your clip art. And I would say, when I do my cards and stuff, I can still download those larger because I don't have to worry about the end user having a problem getting the art in because they are going to be using a template for my cards. So they will be then downloading that final image, and they can make it, they can download it the highest quality that they want to. So anyway, so this is just a simple workaround of kind of trying to explain to you how this works. I already have some that I downloaded at this setting, and I want to take you into how I kind of check my images by going into Photoshop. I know a lot of people don't have Photoshop. If you do, you have a lot of extra tools that some people don't have. But if I go into Photoshop, I can go over here, and a lot of times I'll go to open, and then let me go back and make sure I'm in the right one. Okay, so it's Beautiful Genius. Okay, yes, this is the one right here. See, you can kind of highlight over, and you can see that these are smaller files, 9.9 megabytes. This one is 20.8 megabytes. All of them are within the range. You want to make sure that each of your images is less than 25 megabytes. I'd like to get it as close to that as possible, but Canva just does not make it that easy right now. You kind of have to hit and miss it. You just pick a thing and go with it. But anyway, I'm going to, let's just do this one, and I'm just going to pull it in and show you how I double check mine. I go into image and image size, and it's going to tell me that my image is 7813 pixels by 7813 pixels, and it is 300 DPI. Now, because I have this program, if I wanted not to do it in Canva Pro, but I wanted to do increase the size of it to use for a different project, I could resample it in here as well. But that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you in this particular video, is how you can get 300 DPI out of your Canva Pro without having to do another step and correct some misinformation, or it wasn't misinformation, it was just not relevant to people that are reusing the clip art in Canva, because the techniques in earlier videos that I've shown using the 5000 by 5000 and getting the 300 DPI is all, it's valid, and it does create those files. They're just really too big for the images that people will use to create on Canva. So for that particular buyer segment, we need to do it this way, even if we include the larger files for their use. Thank you. I'm so glad that you were able to join me for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it and that it will be a help in your business. I use Artistly AI to create all of my artwork. If you're curious about it, I do have a link with my affiliate link down in the description box. Check it out. They have a money back guarantee for, I don't know exactly how many days. At one point it was 30 days. So you can check it out. And if you don't like it, it doesn't work for you, you can always ask for a refund. I do have a special group on Facebook that I'd love to welcome you into if you use my affiliate link and want to learn more about how to use Artistly in your business. And I just want to thank you for watching my video. If you would, like and subscribe and leave me a comment. And I hope you have a great day. See you next time.